Hello, I am the dog author, Jean Alfieri. Welcome back. Glad to have you. I just wanted to be sure that you saw this special guest appearance. Um, this is Reggie. He is my co-pilot on many of these videos, and I just wanted to let you know that he was here because I have a special announcement to make today. We are getting through the month of October, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that October is National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, if you weren't aware of that. So, before we get too far into the month, I wanted to be sure to share my new press release. I'm going to be reading it, so apologies in advance for it being so scripted, but I want to be able to share it word for word so that if you want to pass it along, I'd be happy to do interviews regarding my work at the Humane Society as a volunteer or anything that I might be able to help with or assist with regard to shelter dogs, because that's what we're all about here, and we want to promote them. So Reggie's going to get comfortable, and I'm going to offer you this press release. Dog mom of a dozen shelter dogs shares benefits of adopting senior dogs for Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. For immediate release, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Dog author Jean Alfieri finds hope and joy in her work at the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region. During the last 20 years, Jean has cared for 12 senior dogs, all above the age of 5, and many dealing with various ailments from arthritis to blindness. Her most recent adoption, a foster fail in 2023, is Morty, a 10-year-old hospice pug. Her love for these senior dogs and volunteer work at the Humane Society inspired her newest book, Twisty and True Tales of a Shelter Dog Matchmaker, which is right back there. And you may remember Morty. He's on a couple of these vids, so hopefully you've seen him already, but if not, there should be more coming up. Who you just met was Reggie, and I'm going to talk more about him later, but we've had Reggie for 8 years, and we adopted him when he was 10. Crazy. The Humane Society does an amazing job of caring for rescued pets. The love and medical attention they provide to any animal in need is impressive. It's a privilege to be involved with this organization, and I'm thrilled to be able to tell these stories. Did you know pet adoption, and this is from Pet Adoption Statistics, the World Animal Foundation, September 3rd, 2024, 6.5 million animals entered the U.S. animal shelters in 2023. Puppies have a 60% adoption rate. The rate for older dogs is as low as 25%. 25% of the dogs in shelters are purebreds. So if you think you can't find a good dog in a shelter, I'd beg to argue. Though many people see adopting senior dogs, or as Jean calls them, vintage puppies, as a burden, Alfieri sees many benefits to the adoption of an older dog. Benefits like no razor-sharp puppy teeth chewing up furniture or your hands, no waiting for their personality to develop. They may be shy at first, but they'll usually show you who they are pretty quick. They're much easier to potty train if it's even necessary. They'll sleep through the night and most of the day, and they still have plenty of energy to cuddle, play, go on walks and hikes. Having cared for a dozen of her own, along with having worked on staff and as a volunteer with the Humane Society, Alfieri knows a thing or two about these special animals. Consider adopting a vintage puppy this month. Trust me, you'll understand when you bring your fur baby home that we are really the ones that get rescued in these adoptions. Okay, so here's the gang that we've had through the years. Wyatt was a 5-year-old pug. He was vision impaired when we adopted him, and he lost his sight fully at age 8. He is actually the one that has inspired the Zuggy the Rescue Pug books, and that Spooky Ookie Stories is one of them. Chance, who was a 6-year-old Shar-Pei mix. Daisy was a 9-year-old Airedale, and these are the ages when we adopted them. She was a bonded pair with Duke, who had a heart condition. Duke was 8 years old when we adopted him. We got them together. He was blind in one eye, and he lost vision in the other eye due to glaucoma. Connor and Gavin were a 7- and 8-year-old pug and Chug. They were a bonded pair, and we fostered them for 7 months. Then there was Max, who was a 5-year-old Dachshund and Wheaton Terrier mix. And Sweet Lady Jane, she was a 12-year-old Boxer Beagle mix. She had limited mobility due to extreme arthritis and required anti-inflammatory and pain meds. She was a doll. Oh, she was so precious. Currently residing in our home is Sir Reginald, who you just met, 18-year-old Chihuahua. He has extreme arthritis, but has improved significantly when we got him on the right meds. Princess Zoe is our 14-year-old pug. She's blind and spoiled. We'll just get it all out there. Silly Sally Sue is our 12-year-old former show dog, Airedale Terrier. Anne Mortimer, who I referenced earlier, is our 10-year-old hospice pug. And he is considered hospice because of all the things. When he came into the shelter, he needed dental work, he needed to be neutered, he had a herniated disc, but in the end, after weeks of different surgeries, that he was found to have an inoperable mass in his colon, and he is doing fine. I can't say he's doing better, but he's doing fine. So about me, a little about me. When Jean's eyes locked with those of a smooshy-faced little dog who sat inside a kennel at the Humane Society, it was love. He captured her heart, and she captured their many adventures in short story poems, starring her often mischievous and always adorable rescue pug, Zuggy. Her newest book, for young and adult dog lovers, Twisty and True Tales of a Shelter Dog Matchmaker, weaves fun quotes and possum thoughts into a collection of 12 short stories about displaced dogs who took the winding road instead of the straight path to happiness. I promote the value of storytelling in my school visits and encourage adults on the power of positive thinking. I'm an avid proponent for the adoption of all dogs, pure or mixed bred, young or vintage, which is my preference, who need a forever home. My favorite breed is rescued. So the final clip here from this press release, award-winning book author and dog lover Jean Alfieri celebrates October's Adopt a Shelter Dog Month with your audience. So I've got interview Q&A available upon request. You can find out more about me at my website, which is dogauthor.com. You can also email me at dogauthorjean@gmail.com. And you can purchase any of these recent books. They're on Amazon. And they can be at your local bookstore too if you make the request. So that's it for here for now. Hope you are enjoying the month of October, and that if you have space in your house, you really save 2 lives by making an adoption, because you adopt that dog that saves its life, and you open up a kennel for another dog that can come in and take that space. So thank you very much for your time and consideration, and we'll see you back here real soon. Take care.